In this video, I'm going to introduce an update to one of my most popular done-for-you website templates, and you are going to love it. Hey, thanks for checking out another WP Crafter video, and in this video I am announcing and I'm going to show you an update to one of my done-for-you templates, and I think this is going to be the hottest done-for-you template of 2016, and I'm going to take it and build multiple different categories of done-for-you templates, ones involving e-commerce, booking, all the different built-in features that pretty much would cover any industry portfolios, just everything. I'm going to have separate templates, but it's all going to be based off of this done-for-you template. Now, I want to remind you, all of my done-for-you templates you can have for free. Okay, all you have to do is head over to my website, WPCrafter.com, click on the shop menu item. Now, I don't know why I call it shop, because you're not paying for anything. It's just going to be free for you. No coupons required, none of that. Just go there and you can have this for free, and I've got very thorough installation instructions. It takes you about 5 or so minutes to get it fully installed and working so that you can begin making it the website that you always wanted, and very simply. So first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the old done-for-you template and some of the problems that there were with it, and then I'm going to show you the new done-for-you template and the improvements that were made. So first of all, here's the front end of the old done-for-you template. You've got a thin menu here at the top. You've got the option of having some buttons here in the top right, and you've got this big hero image with some text, and you scroll down. Now, the problem with this done-for-you template was that it required a bit of work to build each page out like this, and it wasn't intuitive for you to know how to change everything easily. It just wasn't intuitive. Now let me show you what I'm talking about. So here I am logged in to the back end of that site, and I'm on the home page. So you can see this is what the front end of the home page looked like, and this is what the back end. And it's like, okay, now what do I do? What do I click on if I want to change this or change this? It was just not intuitive. It's not intuitive of where do I click to change that big background image or any of the images. And that's because it was built using a free back-end page builder. Now, the new done-for-you template is also using a free page builder, but it's a front-end page builder. So right here, you don't know where to click to change any of this stuff. But on the new one, you can literally just click on the text, something will pop up, and you can change it right there. It's more intuitive. So without further ado, let me show you the new one. And here it is, and I made it say made for you because it's made for you with WP Crafter love. And so it's got some of the same design style. One thing you'll notice on the home page, you can have a transparent header. Now this is still based upon the Tesseract theme, but this is the updated version of it, version 2, that builds in some of these features. So you can see on the homepage, you can have that really slick, transparent header, and we've got an image here, and we've got text, and we've got our navigation here. It's got a very similar site structure. So if I click on About, I'm going to have it be very similar. You see that nice fading effect? I'm going to show you how to do that. You can click on our work, very similar, but you notice how on these content pages you've got it's got a black background in the navigation there. Take a look at the contact page. We've got the map up here. I'm using a different contact form plugin. I'm using Ninja Forms to facilitate this. It's much better than Contact Form 7, let me tell you. So let me show you the big difference, right? Which is how intuitive it is to make changes to the different pages. So here I'm logged into the back end, and I'm going to go ahead and click on Pages, And then I'm going to click on the home page right here. You can see I have it marked as the front page. So you notice when you try to go in through the WordPress editor to modify anything on a page, you'll see this. Page Builder is currently active for this page, Launch Page Builder. So I'm going to go ahead and click Launch Page Builder. Now, the theme in all of its pages are integrated with a front-end page builder called Beaver Builder. Now, I've actually made review videos walking you through some of the features of the paid version of Beaver Builder, but this is built using the free version of Beaver Builder, which is also excellent. Now, the paid version has a lot more bells and whistles to it, but if you're on a budget and you want to have a site that you're not spending any of your money to build, you could use the free version. But I want to encourage you to take a look at the review video I have of Beaver Builder so you can see the difference of what you can do with the paid version. So now you can see I'm on, it took me, when I clicked Launch Page Builder, it took me to what looks like the front end page of the website. And see when I'm hovering my mouse over an area, so I'm hovering it over here, it kind of like a blue box kind of appears on it, and I can click on the mouse. So if I wanted to edit anything in here, I could just click on it, and then it's going to pull up this text editor settings. And right here, I can easily change any of the text right there. And you can also have it be here if you don't want to see it, if you want to see the code view of it. So I can change the text right here, and it's all done in real time. So you can move this editor right here to the side. So say I didn't want it to say made for you, and I wanted to say just for you. I can highlight right here where it says made and type just. Actually, I'd probably want it in caps to match. So you see how I'm entering it in, and I can immediately see how it's going to look. Can you just get how much easier it's going to make to modify these pages once you have it, and how much easier it's going to be and fun to build out pages that look exactly the way that you want them to look? Okay, see it says just for you. I'm going to go ahead and save that. Why not? Now, if I wanted to save my changes on this page, I would just click done and publish changes, but I'm going to show you some more. So this right here is an element, and you've got these elements in rows. Now this image is in a row, so you see how I'm moving my mouse off of this box area here and onto here, and now down here it says row, and these are the row options. So this is a full width row, and for the background I'm not using a solid color, I'm using an image. Now let me show you how slick this is. Typically, you can't just take an image and put text on top of it because it will be hard to read the text. It doesn't blend. And that's the same thing for this image. What I've instead done with Beaver Builder, it allows you to put a color overlay over the image so you can darken it up to have white text on the front. And that's what I did. So this is done in the row. So I'm over here where it says row settings. I'm going to click on the little wrench. And here's the different settings for the row. And this is where I set it to be full width. And if you scroll down, you can choose the color of the text that goes on top of it. And I set it to white. And so when I scroll down a little bit, here's where I get my row background options. And I have it set to photo. And right here, I just chose a photo off of Pixabay because all their photos are free. And that's pretty much it. But then check this out. When you scroll down a little bit more, you get this setting here called background overlay. And that's where I put a dark background overlay. But if I wanted a different color, I can click on this. And here's a color picker. I could move this if I wanted it to be maybe like a little red. If I wanted like a darker red type of overlay like that. Let's see. Or I can even go like kind of maybe like a green. Let's go like a darker green. Like that. And then let me click on save. And so you can see now that overlay, let me go off, has kind of got a greenish tint to it versus the dark tint. Now let me go back to that dark tint because I like the way that it looks. Back into row settings, I'm going to click here and I'm going to move the color picker over there. And let me click on save and I'm right back to where it was. Now let me scroll down just a little bit and we've got this section here. So this is another row. You see how I'm moving away from these text boxes? It's another row. And you can change the row settings. I have the row setting, the color, it's like a bit of a gray. So here's another text box. I can click on it and change any of the text right there. And these are individual text boxes right here. I'm going to click on it and see how easy it is to change it. So you can probably get an idea how much more intuitive it is to work with a front-end page builder versus that clunky back-end page builder, where with this, everything's being done in real time on the front end. Now, another nice thing is you can drag and drop these boxes around. So this right here, I can click on it and I can move it. So if I wanted to move this someplace else, you see how I can just let go. I'm going to leave that right there for now. You can even clone or duplicate a box, so, and a full row for that matter. So right here, I can click on this and it will duplicate it. And so now you'll see I've got an extra one and I can move this where I want it, but I actually don't want it, so I'm going to click on this X and remove it. Another really neat thing when you're creating content and you're putting it in different columns, you've got this little box here that you can click on and you can change the width of the column there. So if I go like this, you see how the percentages come up, and I can say maybe I want this to be whiter that way and whiter this way. Maybe that's how I want it. So what's nice is you're doing everything on the front end visually, and it's so much easier to put it together. And then this here is another content block. So now with the old theme, this is a content block. All these content blocks, if you wanted to incorporate them into this site, you can find it right here where it says content blocks. So I can, so say I wanted this content block, I wanted a similar looking one right here in between this image and this row here of text. I would just click on content blocks, and this is it right here. But here's all the different content blocks that you're familiar with. And here's that initial one that with that ice image there of Alaska or wherever it is. But here's that call to action block, and you can scroll down. These are all the different blocks that you are familiar with seeing. This was the old one that was on the front page. So actually just let's just see what that looks like. So I click on it. Now whenever you add a content block, it's going to add it to the bottom, but if you don't want it in the bottom, you just drag and drop it up where you want it. So here is where it put it at the bottom. Now I don't want to move the images or this. I actually want to move the entire row. So I'm going to click here and I'm going to scroll up and I'm going to put the row here in between that big image there and the text underneath it. And you see how easy that was. I just dragged and dropped it. So if you really liked the original layout, you saw how I dragged and dropped these elements in there immediately. Now this right here, you can click on as well, these images, and you can change the image right here by just clicking on Select Photo. You can easily change this to whatever you want, okay? So let me click on Cancel there, and you can change the text, and you can change where these buttons go. It's that easy. And if you don't want a row, you can just click on the X here on the row. If I clicked on the X on the image, it just gets rid of the image. It's just confirming. It just gets rid of the image, but I'm going to get rid of the entire row. And you see how easy that is to get rid of the entire row. Okay, so let me try to move that back a little bit. Now I'm going to show you something else that you could do that's really nice. You can add a subtle animation to certain elements that you include into your pages to kind of make your page come alive a little bit and feel a little bit alive, to have a bit of movement to it. So right here, I can click on it, and you have the general settings, but I haven't looked at advanced settings right here. So you can change some margins and paddings and stuff like that, and I should make a video about it. You can choose whether it's not viewable if you look at it on a mobile phone. That's the responsive layout, so you can basically choose which devices this is visible on. But right here you've got animation, and you can choose your animation style. Now, I'm already using on a different page on the site, I'm using the slide up animation. But let me show you what that looks like. So here it is on the site. If I click on the you're going to see how it just faded up. And when I scroll down, you're going to see the next row fade up a little bit. See how it fades up? I'm using that animation feature to kind of make it come and feel alive. Now, when you're putting your site together, you don't need to be afraid of these settings. They're all real simple to implement and test and see if you like it. And if not, you can just remove the animation. It's really that simple. Now, one of the things that the free version of Beaver Builder doesn't allow you to do, it doesn't give you the parallax effect. That's when you're scrolling down and the image in the background kind of scrolls at a different pace, so it kind of makes the site feel more alive. It'd be nice if they had that, but they don't. But, you know, they've got to have some incentive for you to actually purchase the paid version of Beaver Builder. So anyways, now if you want to add more of these content blocks, this is where the main difference between the free version of Beaver Builder and the paid version is. You would just click on Add Content, and here you could drag new column layout. So if you wanted a 3-column like here, you would just drag and drop it in, a 2-column, a 1-column. And but right here is the content modules. So you have photo, and that's what we saw just a moment ago. You have the text editor, and that's what this is. And you also have video, so you can easily drag a video in there. It makes it very easy to do that. And they even include a couple advanced modules. Now, on the paid version of Beaver Builder, you get a ton more of advanced modules that you can add that adds a lot more power to it. But you know what? For this being free, they're very generous with all the features they've built into the free version, and very likely you could get away with just using the free version. Another nice thing if you actually had the paid one is you can get their support, and I know for me, when I have a problem, I like to get support. So anyway, so that is all you would do there. And well, actually, I didn't show you how easy it is to drag and drop one of these modules. So say I want to drag and drop a, let's go with a photo. So if I wanted an actual photo above this, I can click on Select Photo. I don't think I have any photos really in there. Let's just put that. Why not? Okay, save. Okay, there's the photo. Let's see what options we get with the photo. Okay, I can add my animation. Okay, so you saw how easy it was to drag and drop a photo. Now, if I wanted to put a photo here and here, I could just duplicate, and then I'll duplicate it a second time. And then I'm just going to drag and drop one of them there, and the third one there, and I just dragged and dropped my photos in there. You saw how easy that was. It looks like it's looks good. So there that is. Now I'm going to show you the customizer, and that's where you're going to be able to change settings like the background for the navigation, the color of the font there, if you want it transparent or not. I'm going to show you all that right now. So let me go here. Oh, actually, let me show you something before I do that. On each of the content pages, I added this like title area here, and so I really like the way it looks. And so this is the same type of, you know how you got a big image there, it's the same thing. You can easily go in here, click, change your image, change the text for the page, put an overlay, put whatever image you want, or you can get rid of the row entirely. But I really like how this looks, and this is something I added. I added that to each page. You can click on each page and it shows that there. So I was going to show you the customizer. So I'm going to click on customize, and it will take us into the customizer right now. And this is a WordPress thing, but a lot of the settings, design settings, are going to be done in this customizer. So I would want to, if I wanted to look at the different options for the header, I would click on header options right there, and header colors. So the background is set to black. You saw that on all the content pages it was black. You can click here and there's a color picker and you can put your color code in. I've got a great video on how to find these color codes on, say you go to a site and you like some of the colors, how to extract the color codes. You might want to check that out. And here's that opacity setting. So you can see I have it the opacity set so that you can see right through it. But if I didn't, I can move this and you see how it's coming in there. It might be a little hard to see, but you see how it's coming in and out. So I like to have it be full opacity, but you can have whatever you want it to be. But this is just, you know, it's just for the home page. It's not for the content pages. Okay, so depending on the background image would be dependent upon what color the text should be. So if it's very light, you're going to want a dark colored text right here, and also your hover color. So you've got full control over all of this. Under logo here, you can change that. I threw my little scissor logo there. I love that. You could change the height right here in header size. That adds a lot of flexibility in there. And so that's some of just the header options. You also have options for your footer, different layout, social, and this is new. WooCommerce layout. Now, for those of you that don't know what WooCommerce is, it's the #1 e-commerce plugin, and it's totally free for WordPress. But not only that, it powers, I think it's like 30%, it might be higher, 30% of e-commerce websites, okay? All e-commerce websites. It is very powerful and it's very extendable. You can do a lot with it. And I use this to actually facilitate the store on my website, and it's super easy to work with. I've got a whole video series coming out simply on WooCommerce, but if you install WooCommerce and activate it, you're also going to get a shopping cart icon here in the header. It's really nice, but this done for you template has full WooCommerce integration, and I love it. So anyways, you can make your changes, click on save and publish. But I just wanted to walk you through some of these things so that you can see how easy it's going to be for you to build the exact website that you want. Now, I've got to give credit to the developer of the Tesseract theme. I like its simplicity. I like that it's free. Now, there is some question over what kind of support you would get, but it's pretty solid. I mean, I've put it through its paces, and it's been working really good. So, got to give credit to him for putting out a theme that is free, that also integrates with Beaver Builder and gives us that real slick, modern, full width rows. Anyways, you can have this right now. It'll take you about maybe 5 minutes to get it going on your web hosting. Just head over to my website, click on shop, and you can order it. It's free. There's no coupon required, and you can order this. And then I've got a full video. The video is about 20 minutes, but the actual process of restoring it is only about 5 or 6 minutes. But I'm going to walk you through everything in that video installing WordPress. But you can skip that if you already know how to do that. I've got a lot of special under the hood additions as well that I've added to it that you can find out in that video. If you want me to install it for you, I do have an installation service. However, you can pretty much, it's not that hard to get this going yourself unless you're using some odd low cost or free hosting that doesn't give you some of the standard tools out there to install WordPress very easily. So anyways, there you have it. Now, what to expect in 2016? Expect more done-for-you sites based on this template that are going to be completely cookie cutter and ready to go. So for instance, a site for a restaurant, it's all ready to go. A site for an e-commerce store, it'll be all ready to go. A site for anyone that books appointments, it'll all be in there and ready to go. A site for a portfolio, it'll all be in there and ready to go. And I'm going to have these separate done-for-you templates. And you know what, guys? They're going to all be free to you. And I do this for the people that are loyal to my channel and loyal, they subscribe, they watch my videos. I'm really doing it for you because the internet is such a huge opportunity to boost who you are, to showcase your business, to communicate with loved ones, and also to earn an income. And with these done-for-you templates, it'll be so easy for you to showcase your business, who you are, your family, whatever it is that you want to showcase. You're going to be able to do it with these done-for-you templates, and they're completely free to you. Thank you for being a viewer. Thank you for being a subscriber, and I hope that you pick this up today. If you have any further questions about it, leave me a comment below, or just head over to my website, WP Crafter, and ask the question there. Thank you. Hey, we'd appreciate it if you took a moment to click on the thumbs up button and to share this video with your friends. Also, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and take a moment to go over to our website, leave us a comment, ask us a question, but sign up for our newsletter. Thanks again for watching this video, and make sure you connect with us on these social networks.